Good afternoon. I'm Sandra Spivey, the principal at Dade Middle School, and we have some special guests here today that I'm going to introduce you to. I want to thank KWN-TV for letting us be here again today, and appreciate them so much, letting us highlight things going on in the school system. Dr. Harris couldn't be with us today. She's at an important superintendent's meeting, and so we're here today just to share some things, some exciting things going on at Dade Middle School and a little bit at the high school as well because of the guests that we have with us today. So I thought we would start by just telling you some things that are coming up to end the school year at Dade Middle School, just to highlight some special things. It's a very busy time of the year. We've just got a few more weeks left before the end of school. Today we were doing some testing training with our teachers because next week we have Georgia Milestones testing coming up. So, we're encouraging our students to get a good night's sleep, eat a good breakfast, all of those things, and work hard and be focused and ready to do well. We have some of the brightest, some of the best middle schoolers in the state of Georgia, in my opinion, and so I want them to just shine and to show how smart and bright they are and when they do well on their tests next week. So we're getting ready for that, and that will be every day next week. Some of you go onto our website regularly and watch WDMS that we have at the middle school every day. So just so you know, I thought I would mention that we will only have that broadcast on Monday and Friday next week. And again, that's because of testing. So if you are looking for those daily broadcasts and to follow that link at the on the DMS webpage, then just know that we will only have that on Monday and Friday next week. We've got a lot of other fun things and a lot of other work to do before the school year ends. As I've talked about before, we have a house program at the middle school, and so we're anxiously anticipating who is going to be the winning house, and they're going to get a special grand prize trip that's coming up on May 4th. They're going to go to Lake Winnie that day, so we're anxiously awaiting. Will it be Candor? Will it be Dauntless? Will it be Amity or Erudite? So we're anxiously waiting to see. Our band and chorus programs, they'll be visiting the elementary schools to showcase the work and encourage upcoming, fifth graders who will be coming to the middle school next year to think about joining in and participating in those programs. We have all of our fifth graders who will be visiting the middle school and getting ready to transition to the middle school next year. The seniors at Dade County High School will be visiting each of the elementary schools and the middle school and kind of doing a graduation walk, just to remind us all that that's kind of the end game of what we're working for, is to get everybody prepared and ready to graduate from high school. We're going to have some special activities before the end of the year. We have a couple of visiting authors who are going to be coming to Dade Middle School. We're going to share that day and those visits with the local library and also the elementary school. So there'll be more information to come about that. We have a talent show where our wonderful students get to showcase a lot of their talents and interests that they may or may not have an opportunity to spotlight and highlight, and that'll be toward the end of the school year. And then our PTO sponsors kind of a big event at the end of the school year. They call it the Spring Spectacular, and this will be my first time to experience it, but I'm hearing that it will be spectacular. So, and everybody's invited to come out and participate in that. We have our 8th grade promotion ceremony, and also on the last day of school we'll have 6th and 7th grade awards programs. So we have a lot happening in the last few weeks of school, so we're just trying to keep everybody focused, and our kids are anticipating, and maybe the teachers more than the students, a summer break. This has been my first year in working in Georgia, working in Dade County schools, and I cannot say enough good things about Dade Middle School and Dade County schools. We have amazing faculty and staff at that school, and we have amazing smart, talented students. And so I feel very blessed to be here. I want to thank everybody for welcoming me, and I'm excited to get started on planning for year 2. But you may remember the last time DMS, hopefully you were able to tune in to KWN. The last time we were on the show, we showcased our chorus program and also our drama and theater program. And Miss Haston and Miss Jessica Wilson were with us then. And our plans even back then were the next time we were on KWN, I wanted to highlight and put a spotlight and focus on our other 2 areas of fine arts that we have at Dade Middle School and also at Dade County High School. And so I'll go ahead and introduce our special guests today. And thank you so much for being here. I invited them to come and really just told them we just want to talk about your programs and give you an opportunity to tell everybody what's going on in the various art programs. And so today we have with us Miss Heidi Wilson. We actually have 3 Miss Wilsons at Dade Middle School, so I always have to make sure I say which Miss Wilson I'm talking to. And talking to Miss Heidi Wilson is over our visual arts program at Dade Middle School and at Dade County High School, and we are so fortunate to have her, and we're going to hear a lot more from her about her program in just a minute. And we have Mr. and Mrs. Chance, Mr. Chris Chance and Mrs. Heather Chance, and yes, they are married, and they are a wonderful team, both professionally and personally. And so that we are so fortunate to have them over our band programs, grades 6 through 12, and they're already working on our 5th graders, encouraging them to get involved. And so we're going to hear more about our band programs in just a few minutes. And the last time I had Miss Haston and Miss Jessica Wilson with us, I commented, and I want to say this again while I have them here, is what I said was I was so impressed when I came to Dade Middle School with many things, but one of the things that impressed me is that we were able to offer all of these art programs for our students, and I've always thought that's so important. But a lot of the schools where I have been, we haven't been able to do that, so I was so excited about that. So I'm excited today that we have these folks here, and we're going to hear more after we take a break about their programs. Thanks for joining us.
Methamphetamine affects everyone, your neighbors, your friends, and even your family.
Know the signs.
Physical symptoms include you may have extreme difficulty sleeping and even insomnia, and you may lose your appetite.
Know the signs. Please know the signs.
You can seem nervous and anxious and even have paranoia.
Know the signs.
Overheat easily and sweat without even being hot.
Know the signs.
Dilated pupils and even hair loss.
Know the signs.
Hallucinations and delusions. And you can also have tachycardia, which is a rapid heart rate.
Know the signs.
You may have liver damage and loss of skin elasticity.
Know the signs.
You may notice unexplained financial instability and social isolation.
Know the signs.
You may have a false sense of euphoria, coupled with strong depression and even risky behavior, legal trouble, memory loss, and repeated incarceration.
Please know the signs. Unfortunately, we do.
I'd be doggone if I wouldn't work all day. And I think I'm going out of my head. I keep on dancing for sweet little Sheila. You'll know her if you see her. Blue eyes and a ponytail. Her cheeks are rosy. She looks.
Hello, I'm Ben Cagle. Don't miss Downbeat, the best of the 1960s, Saturdays, 1 o'clock on the Big Jet Fly.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
The Dade County School System continues to put the safety of students first. That's why the Love the Bus Elementary campaign rolls on. Love the Bus is designed to teach students the importance of safety, respect, and proper bus etiquette. As we continue to enhance efforts of safety for our students, we'd like to have you as part of our team. If you're considering a career as a bus driver, call the Dade County Schools Transportation Department at 706-657-7053 today. Part-time hours with full-time benefits as a bus driver for the Dade County School System.
Hello, and welcome back to KWN, and today we're getting to spotlight the exciting things happening at Dade Middle School. And before the break, I introduced our special guest, and I was saying that when I came to Dade Middle School, I was so impressed, first of all, that we were able to offer all of the arts programs, because at a lot of the schools where I have been, arts programs are kind of sometimes the first things that get cut, and they're so important for our students. So I was very excited when I saw that we had, an instrumental music program. I saw we had drama and theater. I saw that we had chorus. I saw that we had visual arts. And so I guess dance is kind of the missing, but we even incorporate that in some of the things that we do. So I was very excited. And the second thing that I was so impressed with was how well our art teachers work together in the arts department. You might think that they would be competitive, and maybe they are a little bit, but they work so well together and support each other as they try to serve our students. And I was so impressed with that right away. And that has just, my first impression has continued to be the way things really are within the department. So I wanted to talk first and us to hear a little bit from Heidi Wilson. And I teased her earlier, I love it that as a former math teacher especially, I love it that the visual arts teacher has a Got Math t-shirt on. I love that. And there's in fact a lot of research, as these guys well know, to show that how much the arts have a positive impact on student achievement, particularly in the area of math. And so I loved it. When I saw that, I thought, I love it that the art teacher has a Got Math t-shirt. But I have seen some of Miss Wilson's work that she has done herself. I know for Christmas, Dr. Harris got each school, got Miss Wilson. It was a surprise to us, but obviously she had been working on this. She painted a Wolverine for us, and so I know I have that hanging in my office at Dade Middle School, and each principal was excited to get that. And I've seen some of the work that she does on the side. All of our teachers in the arts department, they're involved, not only very involved in everything that goes on at school, but they're all involved in their personal lives in their area of art. So, Ms. Wilson, why don't you just tell us a little bit about your program and maybe things that have been happening this year within the visual arts program and upcoming events, or even plans that you have for next year, or just things going on.
All right, sure. First thing I want to tell you guys about is our annual Coffee House and Art Show coming up Monday the 23rd. My art students will have their work that they have worked so hard on all year long on display. In addition, Miss Haston, the chorus teacher, is going to have her coffee house. So basically pay $5 and you get to enjoy live entertainment and all the sweets and coffee that you can have. Next year, I'm looking to do something similar, an annual art show end of the year for my middle school students. The reason that it's been a little bit difficult in the past is because I have a group of 9 weeks kids that are different every 9 weeks. But I'm going to try to collect different works at the end of each of those terms and have those on display for you all next year. And I'm looking really forward to that.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So you're going to hype everybody up on sweets and caffeine,
Yes.
and then we're going to look at art.
Yes,
That sounds like a great combination. I love it.
And that way people might be more inclined to purchase art from our show, being hyped up on some sweets. My students keep their profits, so this is a great way for them to make a little extra money on the side, and they're super excited when they get to sell their first piece, and it's really special to them. So artworks will be for sale, but the students get to keep the funds that they make from any work that they sell. So
Tell us a little bit maybe about, I know you're working with 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, all the way up to seniors in high school that are
Yes.
maybe thinking of pursuing some kind of career or, future pathway in the arts. What approach do you take? The same approach or a different approach with our younger aspiring artists as they transition, as far as how you work with the middle school students and the high school students?
The way it's laid out now is really great. I do have 6th through 12th, as she said. So my 6th graders focus a lot on the basic elements and principles of art, and then when they get in the 7th grade, they focus on the different mediums of art. And then 8th grade, it filters into the more of art appreciation and art history, and that then carries on into the high school. As far as difference goes, as far as teaching techniques and things like that, it's definitely more career focused at the high school. I tend to encourage them to pinpoint a specific career in the beginning of high school and then tier their portfolios to that. The reason being, if they do get the opportunity to do a portfolio review for any colleges they're interested in, they already have a full portfolio built by the time they're seniors in high school. And my middle school is less portfolio based, but it's more laying down the foundational skills that they need when they get to me in high school with a more advanced artwork.
That sounds great. And Miss Wilson and I were having a conversation not too long ago, and she was telling me that I know at the high school there are many students who sign up that they want to take art classes, even more than you can accommodate.
Yes.
So it might be interesting to the viewers and people in the community to know how much interest there has been in the program. Is that something that has been the case from the beginning or grown over time?
This is my 5th year teaching, not my 5th full year, but this has been the most that I've seen since I've been here that I've signed up. I'd like to think that building of the program in the last 5 years has kind of contributed to that, but and making students more aware of the opportunities, the powers of art therapy, things like that. But it's definitely more this coming year than it has been. So
that's awesome. And so at the middle school, as she said, we want to build the foundation to just let students explore all of the different opportunities there are, become aware that this is an area where students might find a hobby that they enjoy for the rest of their lives. And for some students, it may be the career that they want to pursue. So we appreciate Miss Wilson so much. And tell us one more time the chorus and art show coffee dessert event is
Monday the 23rd.
So that's this coming Monday.
Yes.
And it begins
you can filter in around 5 o'clock to our art show, and the coffee house is going to be opening around 6 to 6:30 for you guys to come in and enjoy. And we'll be set up with the art show throughout the entire coffee house production, so that way guests on their way out can view the artwork again if they didn't have the time in the beginning.
And this will be at Dade County High School
Yes,
in the
Commons area and cafeteria.
Commons area. So please, if it'll be, I think, time well spent to get to see the beautiful art that students have created, and also get to hear chorus and again enjoy some coffee and dessert while you're here. So we hope that we see a lot of you at that event. Miss Wilson, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And in just a moment, we're going to take a break, and then after the break, we're going to focus on our band program. And so we have, again, Mr. and Mrs. Chance here with us today, and they're going to share a little bit about our band program. And I know I had the opportunity last week to go to our 6th and 7th grade and then 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band concerts, and they did a remarkable job. And I always say how amazing it is to see students from the time that they're trying to decide which instrument do I want to be involved in, which instrument do I want to play. That begins at the beginning, teaching them how to hold the instrument, do their mouth embouchure or whatever, and all the way up to, as a group, being able to perform music together in a way that's beautiful to the audience. So that's amazing for me. So we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to hear from Mr. and Miss Chance and hear more about our band programs.
At Gross Furniture in Trenton, Georgia, you get the savings, the selection, and the satisfaction of getting the furniture you deserve at the prices you want. Come in, relax, and take your time. Our staff can assist you with the entire process, from expert advice to professional delivery. That's because Gross Furniture is local and treats you with honesty. Just north of the Courthouse Square on Highway 11 in Trenton. Gross Furniture, the home furnishing store that offers you more.
Come hungry and leave satisfied at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon. Cloud's Pizza uses only the freshest ingredients, and we hand toss our own pizza dough. Our pizzas are made from scratch when you order, so they're always fresh. And don't forget about our famous Sand Mountain cheese sticks. You can eat from the daily buffet or try a mouth-watering hamburger or cheeseburger. Come see your friends at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon, and never leave hungry. Call ahead at 597-3100 for Cloud's Pizza. Visit us on Facebook at Cloud's Pizza and more.
Come see us at Cloud's Pizza.
Brown's Tire Pros knows that when you need tires or automotive service, you don't need a hassle. Brown's Tire Pros has been family owned and operated since 1994, and you'll always get friendly customer service and never be sold anything you don't need. We sell major brands of tires like Michelin and BF Goodrich. In fact, Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that'll keep you going for miles to come. Visit us at Brown's Tire Pros in Trenton today or online at brownstirePros.com. Check out these red-hot buys for April at Case Ace Hardware, 11665 South Main Street in Trenton. Ace Lawn Fertilizer covers 5,000 square feet with your Ace Rewards card, just $11.99. And how about Ace Weed and Feed? Also covers 5,000 square feet with that Ace Reward card, just $14.99. And super prices on Clark and Kensington paints in the Paint Studio. Case Ace Hardware, 11665 South Main Street in Trenton.
Hello, and welcome back to KWN. Today we are focused on our visual arts program and our band program at Dade Middle School and Dade County High School. And it was so fun to hear about our visual arts program from Miss Heidi Wilson. And we have Mr. and Miss Chance here to talk about our band programs. And I said that I enjoyed being at the spring concert last week. But earlier in the year, at the Christmas concert, I was able to see kind of where our kids were at that point in the school year, especially our 6th grade students, and to see how far they come, in half of a year. And so it's just amazing to me what you guys teach our students in that period of time. And I told Mr. Chance after the Christmas concert, I was so excited. I went rushing up to the stage after the concert, and I said, that was the most genius representation of students being able to assess their own learning and explain where they were as far as meeting learning targets, because he was able to figure out a way to show the audience and the students were able to demonstrate sort of what the various stages of learning are in terms of them being able to perform and achieve within the band program. And so I was so impressed with that. It was such a great visual representation of how far our kids come from where they start to where they move on, and then to go and hear the high school band. It's amazing to see from start to finish. So why don't you guys just share a little bit with us. They've had a lot going on this school year and already are making plans. I know a calendar is already out there for next school year of a lot of different events. So why don't you guys just share with us a little bit about some things that have been happening this year and what your plans are for next year, and maybe, like we were talking about with Miss Wilson, how you work with our middle school students compared to how that grows as they move into high school band.
Looking at just calendar stuff for the rest of the year, we have coming up, we just got done with the concert for the middle school students. Coming up after testing, we'll be making trips to the elementary schools, to Davis and Dade, for those students to perform for the 5th graders. And then on May 7th, we will be going to Dade Elementary, for instrument fittings for all those 5th graders, to give them a chance to try out all those different instruments and kind of figure out what they would like to play. And then we'll be going to Davis on the 8th to do the same thing. So that'll give all of those 5th graders that might be on the line of, can I really do this or not, realize that they really can play an instrument and hopefully figure out where they want to fit into that. And then we have the high school band concert is coming up next Tuesday at the high school at 7 o'clock.
So people can go to hear chorus and see visual art, and then go Monday night and Tuesday night, go to the band concert,
Yep.
right?
We have various ensembles that are playing Tuesday night. Our jazz band will be playing, our flute ensemble, have some pieces by our percussion ensemble for the high school, and then of course the full high school concert band will be playing. And then coming up in the rest in May, we have our 2 band banquets for the middle school and the high school. Those are our end of year celebrations and kind of just recognitions of all the students and what they've done over the course of the year. And then we have our end of year Dollywood trip for the middle school band students coming up on May 19th. This year we set up a kind of a band karate belt system. And so the students can qualify to go on that Dollywood trip by completing at least through their green belt. And we have the last couple of days we've been spending time letting them pass those benchmarks off in order to meet that requirement. We've had probably a good half or more that have finished that in the last couple of days.
And many that have gone on to achieve their black belts,
Yes.
which is
so
above
they've
and
finished
beyond.
out the whole sheet of every benchmark that they need to finish out for the whole year.
Mr. and Miss Chance were some of the first teachers I got to know when I came, because I started last July here at Dade Middle School, and because of all the work going on at the high school, although they don't normally do this, they had their band camp over at the middle school. So I was able to see as they were coming in and out, and students coming in and out. And a lot of people don't realize, obviously, the musical aspect of what you do, but there's a physical aspect of this too. In the heat, there's a huge commitment that students make for marching band.
Yes.
So there's the marching band and the concert band piece. But if you don't realize what a commitment that is, just watch a little bit of band camp during the year to know, all the work and time and effort and energy that our students and you guys put in to creating the show, practicing in the heat, and then the musical piece of that.
Have you heard what next year's show is going to be?
I haven't. Are you able to give us a sneak peek today?
It's already open. It's out there.
Okay.
Next year, we're going to be doing The Greatest Showman.
Oh, wow.
We're really excited.
Exciting for our kids.
Exciting. It's going to have vocals. It's been several years since there's been vocals on the field, live vocals, not a recording. We've got students that'll be singing, and of course they'll be playing, and it's pretty exciting.
That goes back to what I was talking about how well you all work together to work all of the different aspects of the arts in.
You say that, and I didn't want to interrupt earlier, but our living room is full of student artwork that I buy at the art sale.
That's awesome.
Everything in our
that.
living room is art.
And I can understand why it is, because of the talent that
they're
is
great.
definitely displayed there. And a lot of people may not know, we do have a few 8th graders in the marching band, right?
We do. That is an option for those 8th graders to go ahead and join the marching band. We usually get about a third or so of the 8th grade band class that wants to do that. It's a great opportunity for them. It builds their playing ability quite a bit because they're around those high school students on a regular basis, and helps pull their playing ability along as well. And it gives them, those students have less anxiety about going to high school as a freshman because they already know people, they've already been in the building. It's no longer this big scary place that they have to go to.
Well, and I know that our school board, Dr. Harris and our school board, have made a huge commitment to our band program. As you all may know, band instruments are very expensive, and they've made a huge commitment to support our band program and have purchased instruments for the band in the past, and are working hard to help maintain those, and we really appreciate that support. It takes all of us working together to make that happen for our kids.
There's no way we could have had the growth in the program that we've had if we not had the instruments that were purchased to be able to put in students' hands, because we have numerous students that can't afford to get an instrument at times, and so those instruments have been available. It may not be all the time the instrument that kid necessarily wanted to play when they came in band, but I can get a horn in that kid's hand for them to be in band.
That is awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate you being here today, and I'm so glad we got to spotlight between the last two shows all 4 of our arts programs. These guys do amazing work. They work very hard for our kids, and our kids are passionate and excited to be involved in these programs. And I am thankful to Dr. Harris and our school board for being committed to making sure that our students have the opportunity to take these courses and be involved in these programs. And thanks again to KWN for having us here today. I hope you have a great afternoon.